guys, just been a little later on. We got it up to 60 degrees, so I shut the propane off, but the wood stove is still burning away. The glass kind of sooted up again, so what I did was I opened up the fresh airs fully, and it's starting to burn all that crap off the front of the glass. After I just said the flue pipe helped with cleaning that, then it decided to do that. So what I basically do is when this dies down, I throw in, this one is still nailed together or screwed, and these are just the pieces that I've saved from work sites and stuff, and I just chop them up and just with a circular saw and into reasonable size chunks that will fit inside my stove. And this thing will burn for about 2 to 2.5 hours if I dampen this one down. I normally leave this guy wide open, and then I got the fresh air coming in here, and then I'll dampen this down normally. So that's pretty sweet. Now, since I just shut the propane off, the fans are still removing heat that's still in the unit and from the flue, but my 12 volt ceiling fans, which I love from Wish, absolutely best off-grid appliance from Wish. This thing just, you can feel the heat just coming off the ceiling. This fan is just pulling it off the ceiling as heat rises and sends it right back down in here, and it's awesome, comfortable. So like I said, I'm working on a project over there, watching some video. I'll go show you that. Might as well do that now. I repaired these USB fans, which I do love, but this one, this motor is seized. I applied power and everything, so I will have to find some type of replacement motor somewhere. It's a 5 volt setup, so I'm just down one fan, but I did repair this one. This guy I repaired, put it all back together, and the only other fan that I lost was my original one that I bought here locally at the dollar store, and at the time I was stupid. These were $3, and I should have bought the entire store out because they're now like $10 a piece. But that was about a year ago now already, and I didn't know how well they worked. They work awesome. I should have bought the entire store out by the case at that time. But since this fan was destroyed, what I did was I took the guts out, and it's now sitting on top of the wood stove, or not the wood stove, the propane stove, and it keeps my power pack, which is a battery, from getting hot. And that power pack is running this fan, which takes the heat off this very hot elbow, pulls it across and shoots it out that way. So there you go. So I'll give you guys a little tour of the solar. You guys probably haven't seen much there. So what's going on is I'm running a whole bunch of stuff, but everything's kind of in float. I can click these little buttons, and then you guys can go through and see what's going on. It says it's cold back here, and I believe it. That's why I kind of open up those little dividing curtains. So there's what we got so far, and the date I haven't even fixed up on there. But anyway, I recharged these 18650s that I salvaged out of a few devices that people were throwing out, and I have a couple blank cases coming to put these into. So obviously you want to put you can't mix and match these guys, so the pinks go with the pinks, the blues go with the blues, because they're different chemistries and stuff. You don't want to mess around with different battery types put together. it's not a good thing. Things are bad when that happens. Also have this guy going. What I have is this guy runs on this timer back here, and I just have it on manually on right now. But what I have it set at military time, I have it to come on at 6 a.m. and shut off at 6 p.m. And that way, if I gotta run and shut everything down in the tiny house, this will automatically shut off via the timer. And the nice thing about this guy and this guy is if I gotta close down the wood stove and everything, there's still a lot of heat there. So I want this to continue to blow past my 90-degree elbow flue pipe, and this guy to keep moving heat around the tiny house. So they kind of work hand in hand, because this is basically automated by itself with a thermoelectric generator. Don't have to do anything to that, you just leave it there. And this guy is controlled by that timer, so whenever I gotta go, I gotta go. And sometimes I have to run out, go to a job, or my dad's calling for something. There you go. So on the floor, this guy I'm still waiting on parts. I ordered a shut-off valve for this. I'm going to be cutting out this T and replacing it with this, it's basically a Y shut-off valve. It's got shut-offs on 2 points, so the top point will be a shut-off valve and the feed will be a shut-off, and the other one does not have a shut-off. But that will be my new air purging tool for that. And once that's all done, tightened up, tested, we'll be all good. I'll be able to put most of the liquid back in. I was able to save most of the liquid. Here it is here. It's pretty much, let's see, halfway full. So some is still in the system, as you can see there, and in different spots. But yeah, we'll get this back up and running. And I was almost thinking about, well, actually I will be expanding this eventually once I get more money, because I do want more rads. Want to buy more rads, 2 or 3 more, put them at different locations, put one in the, maybe 1 or 2 back in the storage room to keep my new battery bank nice and toasty warm. Maybe one, definitely one in the bathroom area, because it's basically got no heat source back here. Even though it's close to the stoves, it definitely needs something maybe even behind the toilet, or right even here near the stove area, something like that. And yeah, the aerial here, guys, is not hooked up. I just put it here out of the way until I figure out what I'm going to be doing with that. And before this video gets too long, let's go ahead. I've been reading up on the wind turbine, and this is the switch they supply you to connect to this thing is something else. Why? I really don't know if I even want to hook the switch up. I'm just going to do, I'm going to basically go from the battery to this wire and off to the turbine. Why I need a stop switch and all this is beyond me. Because I doubt I'm going to have insane winds where I need to shut this thing off. And worst comes to worst, I'll just pull the wire off. But there you go. So anyway, we'll see you guys on the next one. There he is. He's in the window.